Okay, this is part 8, and in this one, the hearing. So that was the first charge. So I was written in for 5 days, for cursing, being unprofessional in the bathroom, and my witness was written up because she refused to testify against me. It was fraud. The other charge was violating discriminatory policy. They basically said I said it in three of them said I said three different things. They don't know when I said it. They don't know why I said it. And out of the blue, I just said it. They all gave three different stories. They testified against me. Okay, so the second charge was for violating the discriminatory policy and saying at an unknown time that I did not like white people, or so I forgot what they said I said. I don't know. Now, they all testified against me. I was suspended for 30 days without pay. Per the union, it's this court case where I couldn't, you could appeal. I didn't have an attorney. I knew this was a sham. I knew this was fraud, but I didn't testify at that hearing because it was just a lot. I don't regret not testifying because I just really feel like I'm the kind of, you can't play me like a sucker. In this, it was a guerrilla court. It was a sham. You got 3 people giving a test against you. They were supposed to be written up for not reporting me, because by law you're a mandated reporter. You got to report all incidents or rumors of incidents. But none of that happened as long as they gave the statement that she wanted, which was cool with me. Now this was the conversation. We were there talking about how the assistant criminal division manager and how they treat black people. And the white girl was saying how she was Jewish and she know how people are treated there and how everybody get away with it. And I say, I don't think it's fair. If you are white if you are in a position of power, you should not be over the races you don't like. I don't like that. I stand by that statement 150%. I do not like any race of people, but especially who don't like people but get in a position of power over them so they can wield their authority. If you notice how are in certain fields like the judiciary or law enforcement, and they're over and we are them in those fields so they can wield their racism. At the time, I didn't know it was designed that way. But I stand by that statement. If you don't like, you cannot be in a position where you're supposed to be ruling over them, just doling out your racism, getting your rocks off by treating a certain type of way because you can. That's why those people get in certain fields, because you can violate people's rights. You can do them all type of which way, and because there ain't nobody gonna help them. That's why the prisons is filled with people and 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, 18 years, and they not guilty because don't care what happened in court, how the evidence. And at this point, it was a fire that burned in me. This is what I knew what I was going to do. When I was in the 4th grade, a speaker came into school at Oliver Street School in Newark. And I was like, oh, that person get paid to speak. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a talker. I love talking. I want to do that. And I overcame so much in my childhood that I had enough ammunition and I was successful. For me to be coming from where I came from and have a degree, that was enough. That just the degree. Graduated high school, bottom of my class. Like I bust my what? I had a story to tell. And I was going to be able to help people. And I knew right then and there, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to become I was going to stay there because I saw the corruption and I was just done. If you work there for 10 years, you can get your pension. I ain't no fool. I was trying to get my ducks in a row and I bought 2.5 years. So at this time, it was 12, 13, 14, 15. I got suspended. So it was 4, 5, 6. I bought 6 years. I only had to do 4, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. June 21st, 2019, I had a calendar on my desk after I had these corrupt charges, and I was written up and suspended for charges that I did not commit. I put on there that this is when I'm getting my 2-week notice, and we were all bugging up, like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm gonna do my 10 years. I'm gonna do my bid, and I'm done. I'm gonna write a book about all of this corruption, and I'm gonna sing it like Toni Braxton. I just had to do my 4-year bid. At this time, I had did 12, 13, 14. I had did 4. I had bought 2.5. So I didn't really need to do that much. So the math was mathing. I was going to do my bid like you told the people in the prison do their bid. And I was just going to be smooth sailing. And the HR manager came to me after it all happened. And she was like, but we dealt with it. You know, we found you guilty. You had your day in court. Like, she was trying to talk me into and convincing me that justice was served because although it was lies, it didn't go out in my favor, but it was fair because that's the process. I was looking at her like, boo-boo, what you smoking? And this is the thing about society that I realized. They try to feed you that this justice system is fair. Nah, homeboy. They couldn't feed it to me because I knew it was corrupt. I knew I wasn't guilty of those charges. So anytime you got on my record that I'm guilty of a charge that I didn't commit and you want me to be silent about it, I was telling no, that's fraud. To bring somebody up on departmental charges that you know they're not guilty of, in the case with me cussing, even the witness, fraud. To bring me up on departmental charges and force people to testify, that's witness tampering. These people this is the New Jersey Judiciary, Middlesex County. These people are committing crimes in front of me. I'm watching. You're committing the crimes against me. Witness tampering, fraud. You act like I didn't go to school to get a criminal justice degree and I don't know what white collar crimes are. And that ain't what behooves me, okay? What behooves me was the fact that while I was out on suspended for that 30 days, the assistant criminal division manager, who I wrote up for being racist, who was currently being investigated because I filed a second complaint in July after I was brought up on a false departmental charges for retaliation. Every time they came at me, baby, I did my paperwork. I was appealing and everything. When I filed my complaint, the retaliation, so now I had 2 against them. I knew they was corrupt. I filed one federal with the federal EEO, and I was attempting to get an attorney to take my case. And at this time, while I was suspended, she was brought up. It was 5. And one of the charges, I don't know if I said this before, but one of the charges were black people. We were not treated the same. We were threatened with discipline when they were not. We were not held to the same standard. It was all these investigators. One was this in a meeting. It was like 4. One was in a meeting. And one of them was cursing and threatening towards another investigator. The assistant criminal division manager sat there and didn't say she ain't do nothing. She didn't part her lips. She ain't tell her to stop. She ain't tell her to take a break. She didn't do nothing. Now was the one who wrote me up and said, wait a minute. When I was accused, she acted fast. But when nothing happened. One thing about the situation was the girl who was from Newark. So she saw, again, it's something about the people in Newark. She saw the injustices firsthand and she filed a complaint on my behalf. Mind you, this heifer bullied me for a year, threatened to kick my ass through doors in my face, all kind of stuff. She filed a report on my behalf against the assistant criminal division manager. The assistant criminal division manager worked there since 1978, before I was born. She worked there before I was born. And you know what the New Jersey Judiciary did? When they were confronted with somebody who put my name in a report and said that this person who I said discriminated against me, and had write statements about how was cursing and how the assistant criminal division manager did nothing. Literally proved my EEO complaint. How they are held to a separate standard, where we are punished for things we did not do because I got found not guilty. Now the assistant criminal division manager was being charged. And you want to know what they did? You want to know what the New Jersey Judiciary in Middlesex County did to the who was being confronted with proof, with people giving statements against her for discriminating against me? Hold on, we're going to come back part 9, and I'm going to tell you.